Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Man, let me tell you this stupid ass shit I just heard. So, you know, the Bidenist pervertus on his fucking executive order bender that he still seems to be on. One of the things that he wants to shut down, you know, in his quest for green energy, in his quest to heal the planet, to heal Mother Earth, you sure got a lot of quests, Biden, because you're trying to stomp out racism, xenophobia, and save the planet. Shit, man. I didn't know your 78, damn near 79-year-old shoulders were that damn broad, but we're about to test your osteoporosis. So, one of the things he wants to do in going green is he wants to stop, or he temporarily stopped, the Keystone Pipeline. So, his green, his green energy czar, White House climate czar. First of all, I don't like that word czar. Is that a Russian word? I don't like our politicians using foreign titles, especially Russian titles. Czar, fuck that. It sounds like you're edging us toward communism, which you are, you fucking turds. But I don't like the term czar. I know Obama had some czars, and I don't know if Trump had czars. I don't like them either. I don't like the fucking word. It's not American. So, the White House climate czar says that, hey, all you Keystone Pipeline workers, all you guys whose jobs are going to be taken away, all you have to do is just start building solar panels. I'll put a link in the description box to the fucking video. Some reporter was telling him, you know, what do you say to the people that think that by stopping this pipeline and by going this whole green route, you're taking away their livelihood? And he said those people in South Carolina who are building BMWs, you can just start building solar panels. It's easy. We're not taking away your livelihood. We're just changing it. Even though solar, the green energy, all those kind of solar and wind power, those pay about half. And if I'm not mistaken, working in the oil and fuel industries is pretty good money. So all that training and schooling you did, all that journeyman work you did, apprenticeship, nah, fuck that. Switch it all over to solar. You can't even store the energy for solar. People say, well, in Germany, they do solar. Look how it's working for them. Yeah, it's working for them during the summer and the spring. When winter comes along and spreads its chilly taint over Germany, all that solar power goes away. And guess what they go back to? Fossil fuel. Thank you, dinosaurs. They go back to fossil fuel because they don't want to freeze to death. Now, solar energy and wind power and all this stuff, it has a place. We have friends that live up in Marysville. Shout out to Leo and Janie. And it's hot as shit up there. They got a pool. They got solar panels. They don't pay shit in for power. Perfect. But to switch the whole country over to that shit, get out of here. And it's not just electricity. It's not just power. It's products. And here's one for you. Are you guys sitting down? I'll give you a second. Have a seat. Check this out. The components used to build these glorious solar panels, these solar panels that are going to carry us from the darkness of fossil fuel into the light of green energy, where everything is powered by dreams and bubbles. Some of the components used to make the solar panels are made with fossil fuels. I know, right? So, are you going to leave some of the fossil fuel industry around to make the components for your solar panel future and your wind-powered future and your green hydrogen future? Or are you just going to leave some of the fossil fuel industry so you can make the parts for your green future? That don't even make any fucking sense. I'll say it one more time for everybody in the back who may not have heard it. Some of the components used to make solar panels and the parts for wind-powered energy production are made with fossil fuels. All these batteries and your pretty little Teslas and your Priuses, thanks. Remember that South Park episode where all the Prius drivers were douchebag assholes who were telling everybody how good they were because they drove a Prius, and whenever they said, hey, nice Prius, they go, thanks. And they fucking drive away. Then they smell their own farts. It's a funny ass episode. Anyway, so all your batteries and your pretty Priuses and your nice Teslas and your wind power, them big blades that they have for wind power, and there's some toward South County. When you get through Salinas, you start getting into Chular and Greenfield, headed toward King City. Well, when you head down there, there's these giant wind propellers, and I mean giant, like 400 or 500 feet high, and the blades have got to be 100 feet long. I don't know the dimensions, but these things are absolutely giant. And you can see them from miles and miles away. And when you're finally passing them and they're off to the side of the road, I mean, they're just humongous. And the funny thing about that, not to mention that fossil fuel is used to make the parts for these fucking things, which is so stupid, but they had to slow the blades down because they were killing too many birds. You see this shit? This reminds me of this Tom and Jerry cartoon where Jerry put a rake on the ground. So Tom steps on the rake, and the rake hits him in the face, and then he steps back and hits a shovel, and then the shovel hits him in the back of the head, and then he gets tangled up in the water hose, and he falls over in the water. He just couldn't get out of his own fucking way. And every time he tried to fix the situation, he made it worse. That's kind of what's happening here. The solar and the wind power, fucking stop. Fossil fuels are just fine. Yes, can we incorporate solar and wind energy wherever we can? Yes. Can it power an elementary school or something? Fine. But we cannot completely get away from fossil fuels. That is stupid. You hear that, rain, people? You hear that? Rain or shine, I'm here for you. So that is fucking stupid, and it can't be done. Again, it's not just electricity and other forms of power. It's the pen you're writing shit with. It's the chair you're sitting in. It's the containers you hold things in. It's the floor you walk on. It's everything. Fossil fuels are everywhere. Petroleum products are everywhere. Shit, they even have petroleum jelly you can put on your body. Get the fuck out of here. Adolescent boys across the world, thank you for petroleum jelly. It's everywhere. You're not going to get away from it. I know it makes your little raging pink liberal weenies hard at night. I get it. It makes you feel good to say you're going to fix the planet, but we can't. We are fleas on a dog's nuts. We mean nothing to the planet. Let the planet shake a little bit and 100,000 of us are dead. Let a volcano burp some molten rock up and it's over. All you can do is stand on the hill and watch your property get swallowed by the earth. We're not that important. Are we impactful? Yeah. But what in the fuck are we going to do? No, not what are we going to do. What's the rest of the world going to do if America gets away from fossil fuels? Huh? Is that going to keep us as the world power or not? Because if we fail, so does the rest of the world. You think China, if they're number one in the world, they're going to be as benevolent as America? Stop it. They're going to have the little rescue dogs, little cadaver dogs sniffing through the rubble of your third world country's earthquake with little Chinese flags on their vests? Hell no. That's America. We're the kindest nation in the world's history, and it needs to stay that way. And us getting away from fossil fuels is not the best way to do it. Fossil fuels is how you stay powerful and how you stay wealthy. Dinesh D'Souza talks about how third world countries need fossil fuels, among other things that we turn our American noses up at to get out of poverty. And thank God, here's some silver lining for you. There's a federal judge in Texas that said, no, we're not going to have a 100-day moratorium on deportations. And it says they're going to deport certain illegals, not all of them, just the really, really bad ones. You mean the bad ones who are arrested 5 times and re-released into our population to murder somebody or hit them drunk driving? You mean those illegals? So unfortunately, he put a stop to the deportation moratorium only for 14 days. That's the sad part. But he says it makes no sense and there's no evidence that this is good for the population, especially in these fucking border towns. Let's talk to the people who are affected by your policies, and that's how we will shape them. Not by you fucking oligarchs up in your ivory towers throwing down your lobster shells for us to fight over. We tell you what policies to make because we have to live under them. Now, I know in your circles of the wealthy and elite, it makes you feel good that you're helping those poor little brown faces on the wrong side of the fence. I know that makes you feel good, but it doesn't make us feel good. We don't want illegals here. There, I said it. Do you understand now? Legal immigrants, get your ass in line. Because it's fucking the hottest nightclub in here. This is Club USA. Every time they let someone in, open the door, the rest of the world's looking, oh, I want to go, what's that? Oh, man, look at all the food and shit they got in there. All the abundance. Yes, if you want to get up in Club USA, get your ass behind the velvet rope and wait just like everybody else. Because if you do, when you get here, you have full access to the greatness, kindness, and wealth that America has to offer. Why wouldn't you want to come here legally? I mean, never mind. I'm not even going to get into that shit. But if I were to go somewhere illegally, I would feel bad and I would be constantly looking over my shoulder so I wouldn't get arrested and sent back home. See, that's what they do in countries that care about their sovereignty. They're on the lookout for people who are here illegally and will send their asses back on the first thing smoking quicker than a cat can lick his ass. That's what my dad used to always say. And if you ever see a cat lick his ass, that's pretty quick. I know that's insane, and we don't deal in those kind of things in America anymore. But there are lands far from here that still care about their sovereignty, and if they find your ass here illegally, you're gone. No, but I get a trial, I get representation, you gotta listen to me. No. It's, are you here legally? You're not. Goodbye. What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with it. But this judge will not be the only one. And of course, in 14 days, he'll probably have to rule on it again. And it's a fucking shame that he even has to. What sitting president, what leader would stop the construction of a border wall and put 100-day moratorium on deportation? That gives those people plenty of time to get deep into the interior of the United States, never to be deported again. Why? Because they're pushing amnesty. And now the planets are aligned for them to get it. There is no Republican Senate. There's no Republican House. There's no Republican president. And if you go back 10, 12 years, these same fucking demonic Democrats, these rhinocrats, were saying the same damn thing that Trump was. Damn near word for word. Clinton, Obama, Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, all those crooked fucks. They were all saying the same exact thing Trump was. It's just that Trump was saying it at the wrong time. Look it up. So what happened between then and now? What happened in that 12 to 15 years? How did they do a 180? You don't just do a 180 on your beliefs unless they were never your beliefs to begin with. Get the fuck out of here. 100-day moratorium on deportation. Why? Why? Give me one good reason. There isn't one. So you can fatten your pockets and your corporate string pullers are happy. Man, fuck these guys. Midterms, American people, we still have the power. We can still flex that muscle. Midterms, send these fuckers packing. Maybe they can get a job alongside some of these illegals they were so quick to help. Maybe now the illegals can lend them a helping hand when they're out on the streets next to them. This shit can't be real. Solar panel parts are made with fossil fuels. They want solar panels to get rid of fossil fuels. Somebody, hey, you down there, Carney, with the controls, stop this ride and let me the fuck off. Now, let me get home to my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone, link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.